Hey there, good morning, everyone. This is the voice of Toby Bukumin. I'll be taking us through the journey of introduction to PixelLab. I will be explaining how the features on PixelLab work, so you'll be able to navigate your way when you enter there and know what is what and what those things really worked for. So without wasting much of our time, let's dive right in. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the new project. This thing is in 4 phases, and the first there is text editor, image editor, background editor, and overall editor. So I'll be taking us through the text editor first, and you'll be seeing me pointing those what are the features whereby it works for text, and when it is for image editor I will tell you, and when it is for background editor I will let you know, and overall editor I will make us understand the features, and so that it won't be boring and it won't be strange while we want to navigate our way on this app. So number one of it is of the text editor is this okay. Now this is it. The one that I just pointed or rather. So whenever you want to work on text, you need to come here. You see, when I click on the A icon, it brought me text, meaning that I can write any text. Let me show you. I can write any text. I can write any text. Okay, and this is it. So I can burden it through this. I clicked on this side, and let me tell you this now. Whenever you want to drag anything, even it might not be on PixelLab, it might be on your PC, it might be anyway. Whenever you want to drag anything, don't drag it in this place. Don't drag it here, because if you drag it here, you will see the effect now. Okay, sorry. Okay, because this one is not it is not a shape, but whenever you want to drag anything, drag it through this angle so that the size it can be balanced. Drag it through that weird blue icon, drag it through this angle. If you want to drag your background, drag your picture, drag them through this angle. So, and that is it. So now I already wrote the text. I use this as a text editor section, so I wrote it, meaning that now see me clicking on the A icon, and I already wrote the text. You can see there is a lot of features here, so I will explain everything without wasting much of our time. This edit, I can edit the text here, I can delete the text here, and I can bring back through this icon. I can copy the text here through the copy, so I can adding being is okay. Now let me create the shape. See the shape, let me give it a color blue. Okay, let me quickly change the background color to something very, very notable. Okay, now you see I come back to the text editor, this A icon, and I click on it. So now I can put this, I can bring it to the front, through this to front, and I take it to the back, through this to the back. I can position, let me write it. So I can position here, move it to anywhere that I want to move it to. Do you get it? Relative position, I can put it in the center here through this. I can put it on one side, take it up, take it down, take it to my right hand side through this features. Through all these features. This one is to the middle and center, to my left hand side, to my right hand side, to upper part, to lower part. I don't know if you get it, and you will get it. It's not something that is hard at all. It's not something that is hard at all. So, and I can change the size of my text here. See, it is becoming bigger, so bigger. You know, adding me this, I can use it as a background, just take it down and all that, but I'm still going there. Do you get? So, see me, and then I can do padding. What is the work of this padding? Is to give space on one side, give space on another side. See it. Adding being let me show you. Okay, now thank God. See that most of the written has entered one corner. So, and in the padding will give you the opportunity to really showcase it, that the space and the letter will be shown. It won't look as if one part of it has been eaten up by the shape. Can you see that now? So when you are using padding, maybe you pick a font and you see that the font is not really showing every part of it. You use padding to space it, and you'll be able to see the edge, left and right edge of the text. So color, I can change the color of my text here. See, I can change it here. I can use gradient color, and gradient color is the combination of double color. Let me quickly show us you see there's a deep blue, and let me use this color, the color. Can you see? So I mixed the blue with this blue is blue into, is too much of blue. So let me use at least, okay, something like this. See it now. That's gradient combination of two colors. And I can, okay, texture, meaning that I can bring anything into this text. I can bring in anything into this text. Let's quickly get, you know, okay, let me get here. Okay, what is this? Okay, so let me go back, let me go to my camera, let me pick up something here, something off. Okay, maybe this. Okay, let me I just want to show us how that it can work. See now, I put it in the text. Do you get it now? So I can delete it, I can make it more bolder, I can make it smaller. Do you get it? So it depends on how I actually want it. So, and that is it. So opacity rather. So I can decrease the, see now, I can decrease the texture, the coloring texture, the coloring texture of the text or anything with this opacity. Now when I reduce it down, it look as if nothing is there. When I increase it, it's showing bit by bit. Do you get it now? And I can rotate. See me rotating the text. I'm still under the text editor. Do you get one of the text editor? I'm still there. So, and I don't want to rotate it, so I'm just showing you that if you want to rotate your text, you can use the rotate icon here. I can mask the twist, like taking part of this text. I don't want it to be seen. I can do it. I can just take out the part of any. I can just come and say, okay, I want to take out the part of text, the little damn part of text. I don't want it to be seen. Can you see? Depending on what I want and how I want it. So font, and this is it. I can change my font to anything, any font that actually suits what I am, what I am designing. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Can you see it now? That it looks more or less like this is 3D text, and these are the secrets I'll be showing us along the line while we are going on the journey. Okay, so what else can I do with it? I can stylize the font here, like make it bend, underline it, make it bold, but I think that I don't need those things here. I'm just showing you, if feel like stylizing your font, maybe you want it to bend and all that, you can just come to this style here and give that to it. Do you get it now? So, and if you don't want it again, you can just click on this T cross with cross mark bar. It will take you back to where it's supposed to take you to. So I didn't mean I love to cough the text, see it now, but I don't want to because it's too long, so I don't feel like. But you can make a curve of your text here. Round a circle. See it? You can curve it up, curve it down, duplicate it, put another one there. You've created a curve for yourself like that. Okay, let me quickly show us that. Here's the duplicate button. Copy. Okay. See what I do there? I just rotate it, and what is it? It's giving me like. But I don't really want anything to do with it. I'm just showing you that sometimes it works like this. You get it? Okay, now let's move on. Where am I? Okay. So you can add background to your text, but it is not really advisable most of the time. You can see it now, but it's not something we want to do now. Do you get? But it is possible if you intend to add background to your text. Do you get it? Aligning to the left hand side or to the right hand side or to the middle. So no matter it will be in the middle. Do you get it? It will be here. Left hand side alignment, mid, center alignment, and right hand side alignment. Justify, and I'm not justifying anything. I'm not justifying. I can write anything. So let me see when I click on the justify do the work of bringing everything to on the same scroll. Like see now, it's trying to stretch the text in order that it will be on the same level, but we don't need it here. We don't really need it. So spacing, I can close the space between my text. See it? It looks not bad, and I can open it. Depend on what I want. So, and I don't want to open it. So let me just let it remain at 0. So I can close the space on the horizontal space like this. Now you see it closing. See it now? So when you see most of the text sometimes that have more closer than each other, this is what they use. So no miracle in it. This is what they use. See, I can open the space and I can close the space. The reason you are seeing the movement of the texture is because there's texture in it. Do you get it now? So let's move. I can add stroke. So maybe I want it to be clearly seen. I can add stroke, reduce the stroke to 1 or 2 so that it won't be so obvious, but it will just give you the vibes of something is there to give you the accurate view. See now, you can just make it 2 or something. So I can add stroke and I can add as much as much as I want the stroke to look like, maybe more thicker and all that, but I don't really want it to be more thicker because I don't just want it to be more thicker. I didn't get it now. So let me disable the enablement of the stroke so I can add shadow. So let me leave the stroke by 2. Add shadow. So this is the opacity of the shadow. It's showing the strength of the color, and the radius is showing the wideness. The radius is showing the blur radius is showing the wideness of the font of the shadow rather. So let me just put it at 2. Outer glow. When I use this outer glow and the radius is at something, see how thick it is. But when I don't use this, when I didn't use this outer glow, it looks as if it is soft. So this outer glow will make it look like it is hard. So let me keep the outer glow and reduce the radius to 3 so I cannot shift it. See, when I press this offset S, it's taking it to the front like this. Do you get? So and when I press this offset tool, it will be taking it down. Do you see that now? But I don't like it. It is too thick like it. Is either I reduce the opacity or I click on the color, click on the black color or whatever color I'm using the shadow of, and click on the plus icon here and reduce the opacity through here. I can reduce the opacity through here. So do you see that now? So it still did the same work. So there's no way of going through the stress. I can just reduce the opacity here. So you see the vibes is giving the test like it's not showing so well, but it's giving you the vibes of something is at the back of the test. Do you get it now? So and that is that. So, I can bring in the inner shadow. As we have the outside, there is an inner shadow, but I don't think it's going to be so okay because there's already let's explore. See now, I bring in red inner shadow, but see it. I can offset it to the left or offset it to the right. See it now. So inner shadow works best when you know how to really navigate your color, and sometimes you're using a plain color and you want to bring in, see those color I'm using is giving like a vibes of it's shining light from inside. Do you get it now? So if I really want to work with inner shadow here, I will just come and look for good color. Where is a good color? Yeah, okay, let me see it now. Do you get it now? Can't see it. Sorry, don't mind me. So can I see it now?
It's Joel.
See, because already the texture I used is good, so I now add glowed. I just complement it with good color, so it's giving us the vibes of bubble style inside the test. Do you get that now? So and that is how inner shadow works. So emboss, the reason why emboss is not working is because I already have a emboss works with 3D, like you want to create a 3D test, so and you don't really want to go through the test of the stress of taking it to somewhere to create a 3D effect and all that. So and most of the time we don't use emboss. Well, let me remove the texture in it. You see, when I remove the texture, the color that I give it earlier, so you see that it's still giving us the vibes of, you get it now? So it's still giving us that vibe. So let's use emboss and see. It's still breaking.
It's Joel on the bed.
It's still breaking. Alright. So perspective. I will show you how perspective works. The work of perspective is when you want to align your test, when you want to scale your test, or you want to let your test look as if it is sleeping on the ground. So let's quickly do that. So and before I will do the scheme here now. So when you click on perspective, it's going to whenever you want to use perspective, see to it that you are using grid line alongside, so that you won't do something that is not really okay. So and whenever you click on perspective, it will off the enable here. So you firstly enable it so that whatever you do here can be shown. Do you see how it looks? It's telling you, like, it's showing you the vibes of it coming out from that side. So I don't think I can design something like this, but if there is need for you to design that way, you can. You get, see me enabling it. Okay, so now let me do the scheme part. I'll do the scheme part now. So I undo everything I did earlier with this body with this body. You see it here. So that's how I undo what I did earlier here. Okay, so now let me bring in my grid line. One will be here. So and while you're using your grid line, make sure to always know on the magnet so that it won't be running eta scatter. Your grid line or whatever you want to snap to the grid line will snap on time. It will be giving you a little stretch running up and down. So, and if you want to edit your grid line, you click on this smart icon with settings icon. Do you get it now? So so with this I can move my grid line. So I set one here, and I will take one a little bit as I want it to be skewed, and I can multiply my horizontal grid line with this one and vertical grid line with this one. Do you get it now? So I need it to be here too, so that whenever I want to push, it will stop here. Do you get it? So and whenever I want to push another one too, it will stop here. So let's see. And when you are done operating with whatever you want to do with your grid line, you off this one back so that whatever you are doing won't be disrupted. So watch me. So the grid line that I set is a guideline so that I won't be let me just zoom it a bit so that you can zoom your test. So the reason I took it up is that I want to align it with the angle and carefully bring it down. So now did you just see what we did? We scale our test up, like we scale it. So can you see? It's being scaled. Very fine, right? You can scale your test that way. And with this you can just bring in a shape in front of it, like, you know, depending on what you are designing though, bring in a shape and so I create a line in front of it. I can continue with whatever you want to keep design. Do you see that now? So let's move to the next icon. 3D rotate. See it. When I rotate on the x-axis, it turns it upside down, and when I rotate on the y-axis, it turns it around. So I actually use those things. It's not really needed unless you are creative about it. If you are not creative about it, if it will disrupt your work, do you get? So over time of using, will give you mastery over it, and you can use it the way you like. That's it. 3D test. See it? Let's firstly come here and close this. And close this. You are seeing your 3D test being created even before we dive deeper. So when you enter your 3D test, the best thing to use, the best picture to use is this oblique cube, and you can the depth is how you want it to how is it heavy or how the thickness of the 3D test you want to create. So you can use the depth here like this. Sometimes you want it big, so just a little bit, sometimes 2, sometimes 5, sometimes 7. So you can, and leave it here at auto unless you know how to combine the color you want to use or gradient here. So depending on what you really want, but most of the time people leave at auto. So like this now, you see now. So the darker part, well, we're not really playing with that here. Extrude, you see. So let the extrude be enabled. So you see that it really disfigured the work, because it is the extrude that give it some kind of matured 3D thingy, 3D vibes. Yeah. So now you can turn over the way you want it to look like. Maybe you want it to come down. Do you see? Maybe you want it on this side. Do you see? Maybe you want it up. Maybe you want it down. You see? And that is that. So if you want to rotate everything, you see it rotating, but we are not rotating. See, depending on what you are designing. So in design, you don't stick to some kind of rules. You just have to follow the vibes of what you are designing. So in order to know, see it now. If I use this one on the design, isn't it not making sense? So I won't let it cover here. See, I can write anything. Very, 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 very sweet engine. This is a 3D test. There are some people like, wow, I love this 3D. All you need to do is just to add a texture on it, and you've created a cute 3D test. Do you get it? With your PIXELLAB. With your PIXELLAB, you've created that. I'm not really okay. Don't want that. So let's move on to the next thing. Okay. So stay here. So we want to add shadow to your test, but we don't use it most of the time. Do you get it now? So I'm just showing you that it works, and you want to make your test look as if it is on the water and there is a reflection. You are letting it reflect downwardly. So you can take it down, bring it up, on it, off it. So they didn't really give you any other option to make it look so to make it look faded. So the another means to do this, let me show you the manual way to do this, is to duplicate your test. Duplicate your test. Turn it. See that when I turn it, it looks as if. So when I turn it, you now go back to this 3D rotate that I show you. Can you see it now? That is it. That is it, and that is it. So just have to do what? Just have to reduce the opacity. And while you are reducing the opacity, you know there is shadow at the back of this thing, and it is giving it the vibes of it is black, and we don't want the black part. So remove the shadow and look at the wonder. This is it. Remove the shadow and see the wonder. So it is already getting longer, and we need to do some things more. So, and that is that on test editor, and it's worth it that I explain in detail so that you won't feel lost on the way while trying to navigate your way. So I've talked about test editor. Now let me talk about image editor. And this is the image editor. No, this is the okay. The image editor icon is this. You bring in your image through this from gallery. Maybe the background you want to merge together. let me look for a background. Yeah, let me. So I will show you us now. So when I bring in the image, yeah, I will come to this middle icon. Yeah. So I can work on this particular image through this icon here. I can delete it. I can crop it. So this is the image editor. I can crop it, but I don't want to crop it. I'm just showing you. See, I've made it more smaller. Let me go back. I can copy it like the text editor. I don't want to copy it. I can bring in shape to join with it, but I don't want to bring shape to it. So I can use beside tools. Kindly follow me. Oh, okay. I can take it to the back, to the front, like the one on text editor too. Relative position. Do you get? So I can take it to this side, down, up. So I can change the whole color and turn it to something. You see, I can take part of it. You see, when I click on this blue icon, click on this see this that I circled now, and I clicked on it, it can take me to this icon, and I can remove this blue color here. When you see the magic is going to happen. See now, it's showing me one part of it, and I might reduce the opacity of this tail color by clicking on this first icon here, and I reduce it here too. So you see the vibes. Can you see it? The blue light. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? So I can add the texture to this, but I don't want to add the texture to it. I can add the texture, bring in another picture, but I don't want to do that here now. Actually, do you see that? I can reduce the opacity too. And there are things I'll be showing us when I'm training us about the background manipulations. I will be showing us some certain things that are very crucial, and I want you to pay attention. I want you to pay attention. I've not really asked you to subscribe to my channel since I've been talking. Don't mind me. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, kindly do, because there are more tips that will be coming your way for betterment of your design game. Now this is where the real geek is. Let me take up with the color. The real geek is I can change the color of this background to my desired color. How? I will show you. When I clicked on color filter, see it, I can change it to any color in as much as the color is available here. At least not all color, purple, blue, green, but at least I can still meet up with any color that I want to design with. See, so if you are using blue background or blue color for your design, and you went online and you see a particular background that really suits you, that you want to download, you can download it knowing that when you bring it to your PixelLab, you will change the color straight up without stress. So I can change the color, I can enhance the saturation, but this thing is too vibrating. I can reduce the brightness. You see, I can reduce. Can you see the vibes? You see, I can still reduce. I can turn the color to white and black by reducing saturation. Let me increase a bit of the. Can you see? I increase a bit of the brightness, so everything now is looking black and white. Everything is looking black and white. So let me increase the saturation.
Purchase your tracks
color
today.
is what? Let me say, okay, let me use this. See, that's it. Stroke, we don't need to add stroke to a background. We don't need it, but it is happening. Now, this eraser tool, let me show you how it works. I can delete part of the background maybe I don't like. So, and while using the eraser tools, and you don't want the edge of your what you want to clean to be more sharp, you can just increase this. It will make it soft, juicy. And you can increase this as the undo you will use in loading it, but most of the time reduce it here on this icon and do the deleting with your hand like this. So see that the edge is soft.
Purchase your tracks today.
So adding being I'm creating something that I'll be taking it up and bringing another thing, so I can just use this soft button on the edge. And if I don't feel like using the eraser button, there are things I will still be explaining as we going on about all this when we are doing the background manipulation. So I can come to this mask tool here, like I told you, on it here, and you take it down. You use it according to your desire. You want to remove this part, remove it. But we are not really using that, so let's go back. I can erase color. Click it. I'm now at image
Purchase
editor.
your tracks today.
Let me erase all green on this particular green. We have like 3 type of green. Light green on this particular background. We have light green, we have normal green, and we have deeper green, darker green. So those darker greens are here. So the green I choose is what it delete. So but I don't feel like deleting these things. Can you see? There's a lot of things you can do with your phone. There is a lot of things you can do with it. So I can rotate it, but I don't feel like rotating anything. See now, I can rotate it. I can the 3D rotation, but we need that one. And you know, with your background you can create 3D too. But is it really needed? No. See it. You can create a 3D thing. I showed you earlier. So you see it now. So there is a whole lot you can do. There is a whole lot. So what else again? Perspective. The way I use the perspective icon for the thing earlier, so you can use it for this one too. So shadow, but for background we don't normally use shadow. I'm just showing you the image editor, because sometimes it might not be shadow. You might bring in a model, and you are working on the model that you need shadow at the back of the model, and you want to make the shadow so soft and shifting it to one side or up or down. So, and this is it. Offset Y we take it up and down, while offset X we take it left and right. Emboss we don't need to see now. Emboss is embossing here, sha. So you see the vibes? It's giving you the glass movism vibes. See it now. So it can happen on test if you've not done anything with the test. I will be showing us as we go about. So now, see now, it looks like this thing is in glass. But I'm not using it. I'm just showing us those things. So, and that is that about image editor. So background editor is this. So, and the background editor works like this. It works by, see this color now. I can change this color. This is what we call canva. Is it canva or canvas now? So this dashboard. Okay, let me use this. Let me use the word dashboard. Yeah, this is it. So this is the canva. This dashboard actually. You can change the color here to any color. See, to any color of your choice here, If it is one color you want to use for your background, or you are not downloading any background, you can use a plain color, a plain board like this, and just have to leverage your blend your background with it. So you can use the color of the choice, and if it is the gradient color you want to use, you can create the gradient color of your choice by picking any color here and adding it up to make it two, and you can work with it like this. So I'm at background editor now. You can use the transparent tools by removing all color on the background here. You can resize your canva. this dashboard, you can resize it to your taste. You can see now, you can bring in image, you see, but these are default image. It is not advisable to use, but you can use it if you want to on the background editor now. So you can pick image from gallery and bring it in if you are not really using one color. Do you get? You can bring in image from gallery and you blend it in. See it. So leave it that way. So it has automatically, this image has automatically changed the size of the background. Do you get? So I'm just showing you us, and you can pick image from camera. So you can pick image from camera if you want to. So the second features on the background features is this last icon here. I will show you how it works. So now let me pick a color for my background. Let me just pick a color. Let me just pick a color now. So the last features here, see, I can rotate the background. I can add virginate, like making the middle side more. Well, I don't think I intend doing that. So yeah, if you want to, I'm just showing you if you want to, but I don't want to. Me on my head there. Now I want you to pay attention to this noise icon. You will see some designs and you will see this small dot. You should know that this is how they do add it to their design. So you can add it to your design too if you want, or if you don't like. But it makes a lot of sense to know that you can add noise to your design from PIXELLAB here without downloading any other external pictures. And sometimes we download the external pictures to make it have the vibes, but if there is noise editor on this on PIXELLAB too. Do you get that now? So, and that's that. You can add stripe, but it's not advisable. You can add contrast to your design, to your background rather. You can add brightness. You can change the see it automatically changing the color into 2. You can see. So you can add saturation after you've added your noise. You can still add saturation to make it more brighter or darker, and that is it. Now, and this accompanies this icon that I just explained accompanies the background editor. So now these pictures is where you see the project. These pictures I just clicked on here. So when you click on it, you'll be able to see your home page and your previous project. In my project here, coming, when you click on it, be able to access your previous project and see this. You can just access more your previous project through this maze. And I've explained, and these are the default background. This one that I just scroll up and down is I scroll left and right rather, is the default background that came with your PIXELLAB. So this one accompanies text editor. I'll be highlighting it now. This one, it accompanies text editor. So whenever you are working on your text, you can use this maze to write text and edit text. And you can delete anything. I'm coming. Let me bring in here. So, in as much as you highlighted that, you can delete it with this icon here. Be it text, be it your model, whatever you bring to PIXELLAB, you you can delete it with this icon here, in as much as it is highlighted. Highlighted in the sense that it is clicked on. You see me now? I'm coming. See, it will delete it straight up now. Confirmation, and take it away. Do you get now? So let me just, okay. So you can use this icon as back. When you've done something and you don't want it again, you can use it to back. You can back it, or you deleted something and you want to bring it back. But one thing is, you can undo it, but you cannot redo. The only way you can redo here on PixelLab is maybe you deleted something, you've done something for like 3 or 4 slides, and you use this back icon to back it. But if you want to redo it, you won't be able to redo it. So you can undo, you cannot redo on PixelLab. Those people that have been designing before we understand what I mean, and if you are just new to design game, you will understand it by experience most of the time. So with this icon I want to highlight it on right now, this icon, you can use it to zoom your, while you are designing or you want to see the edge of something, you can zoom your element or your or the whole design page with it. See, I zoomed everything. I can see anything here, and I can work with anything around here. Do you get it? That's why when we see most of the phone design that are small, you see the text are very small, and it is aligned. The editor, let me use the editor, or let me see the graphic designer, use this icon in order for them to balance their work. So when you clicked on it and you did not click on this 100, you won't be able to move your thing. So when you are done with it and you just click this 100, okay, click this icon, you'll be able to work on another thing. And this is the grid line. I think I've explained. Okay, yes, you can turn your grid to 3x3 here, 3x3 here, and you should always on your snap icon, snap it, and matte here is for editing. You bring your this thing to maybe 5 or 10 while you want to start your design. So you should use your grid line in accordance, and while you are trying to use alignment and the rest, we'll be explaining further. Your grid line is the best shot to really make your work aligned, maybe to the left hand side or to the right hand side, and or to the middle, wherever you don't want it to have this to be weighty on one side and lesser on another side. So grid line is the work. You can multiply your grid line here. You see, when I clicked on this, just give me the horizontal one, and even while I'm highlighting on the horizontal one, and I clicked on this, it will give me the vertical one, and that is how it works. And I can check the size of where this particular thing is standing, this particular line is standing to this means I will highlight for you here. So I can look at where this thing is standing to this means here. And that is it, and that is it, and that is it. What again? Okay,